Orphan First Kill is a 2022 psychological horror thriller slasher film that serves as a prequel to the 2009 film Orphan. Estonia 2007. A young woman named Anna Gwendolyn Collins arrives at the Sarn Institute for her first day at her job as the new art therapy director. As Anna meets with the head of the institute, Dr. Novotny, Dave Brown, the place goes into lockdown when it is discovered that their most violent patient, Lena Klamer, Isabel Furman, has gotten loose. Anna encounters Lena in a dark room, falling for Lena's ruse as a child patient. Before Lena can attack Anna, she is found and taken back into custody. Dr. Novotny tells Anna about Lena's condition, being that she has a gland disorder that makes her look like a child, and she has used this to her advantage in the past to get adopted into another family. She attempted to seduce the father, but it implied Lena murdered the whole family, which got her sent there. She would fight against her restraints, leading her to have wounds around her neck and wrists. An orderly named Dmitri goes by Lena's cell. She convinces him to help her tie her ribbons around her by having him enter her cell, giving him the impression she will seduce him. Instead, Lena smashes Dmitri's head against the wall until he is dead. She takes his code and ID and starts to make her way out. A security guard stops her, but Lena gets another violent patient named Iti to attack and kill the guard with his own baton by offering Iti candy. Anna sees Lena escape on her way out, and she tells Dr. Novotny that the job is not for her. Anna returns home and is bashed in the head by Lena. She then uses Anna's computer to go through a missing child database and comes across a girl named Esther Albright, who Lena closely resembles. As she makes her plans, she sees that Anna is still not dead, so she hits her in the head a few more times. Lena then puts on clothing for a little girl and poses as Esther before an officer finds her. In Darien, Connecticut, Tricia and Alan Albright, Julia Stiles and Rossif Sutherland are watching their teenage son Gunnar, Matthew Finlan, in a fencing match. Alan has not moved on since Esther's disappearance 4 years earlier. Detective Donnan, Hiro Kanagawa, who has worked on Esther's case, approaches Alan and tells him there has been an update. Lena has come up with a fake story that she was abducted and taken to Russia to pose as a woman's daughter until she found a way to escape. She is flown to the United States and reunites with the Albrights. Tricia brings Lena to Dr. Seeger, Samantha Walkies, for analysis. She slips up when mentioning a bird that is in Dr. Seeger's office, which the real Esther was familiar with. Lena turns on the PA speaker when Tricia is talking to Dr. Seeger and overhears Tricia's suspicions over Esther's behavior, so she pretends that the bird attacked her and ripped her dress in order to get them to go home. On the way back, Lena sees Donnan taking pictures of her from a distance. Back at home, Alan shows Lena his art studio that he abandoned after Esther had disappeared. She talks about how she knows how to paint, so Alan gives her charcoal materials for her to make a portrait of him. Tricia notices from afar the way that Lena is looking at the painting admirably. During dinner, Donnan visits the family to check in on Esther. Lena grows nervous that he is onto her, so she hides and observes his conversation with the Albrights. Later, Alan and Tricia are preparing to get intimate, and Lena watches them. She then spitefully rips Tricia's dress. Alan and Tricia go to a gala for Tricia's work, so Gunnar invites his friends over for a party. Lena comes by and attempts to join, but when Gunnar tells her to leave, she tells him to fuck himself. Soon, Donnan arrives and asks Gunnar some questions. He goes to use the bathroom and collects a sample from Lena's room, which she notices. She then follows him home. Tricia returns home and goes into Lena's room and finds her journal from the Sarn Institute, as well as Donnan's home address written down. Lena goes to his house just as he pieces together that she is not really Esther. She stabs Donnan in the back repeatedly and asks how he knew she is not Esther, to which he says that Tricia knows too. Donnan is then killed by multiple gunshots fired by Tricia. Tricia tells Lena she knows about her whole ruse, and she reveals why she is going to go along with it. The real Esther was killed by Gunnar in an accident, and rather than lose her other child by having him go to prison, she helped Gunnar cover it up. She helps Lena cover up Donnan's murder by dumping his body down a hole, where it is implied Esther's body is also down there, and sending an email saying he is taking a break. For Alan's sake, they continue the ruse because Tricia knows he will spiral if he finds out Esther is really gone. When they return home, Tricia tells Gunnar everything, and he is not happy that Lena has her grip on them. Trisha schools Lena on how to convince everyone else that she is really Esther by telling her about memories that the real Esther would know about. Gunnar antagonizes Lena in private, but she slaps him twice. Before dinner, Trisha tries putting a large dose of her medication in Lena's mac and cheese to put her to sleep. Lena gets suspicious and takes the food to her room, where she places it near a vent where a rat she has noticed is staying. Alan goes to spend time with Lena and shows her blacklight effects in his paintings. Later, Lena sees that the rat has died from the tainted mac and cheese, cluing her in on Trisha's intentions. Trisha also figures that Lena is attracted to Alan, but she taunts Lena and says he would never feel the same about her if he knew the truth. Lena later prepares a breakfast for the family, but gives Trisha a smoothie with the dead rat inside. She sees it after drinking it and dumps the rat into the garbage disposal. The family goes to a train station as Alan heads to work, where Lena makes a failed attempt to push Trisha and Gunnar onto the tracks. When Trisha drags Lena, she fights her way out and pepper sprays Gunnar in the face before stealing Trisha's car. Lena is found by police and brought back home. Trisha and Gunnar then decide it is not worth having Lena pose as Esther anymore, so they try to kill her and stage it as a suicide. Lena breaks free and makes a run for it. Gunnar finds her alone in her room and he tries to attack her, but Lena stabs him to death. Trisha becomes enraged and goes after Lena just as the house catches fire. Lena and Trisha fight on the roof just as Alan gets home and watches them fall and hang on. Alan makes it in time to save Lena, but Trisha falls and smashes her head on the pavement. Lena's fake teeth then fall out, making Alan realize her lies, but he ends up falling to his death as well before he can do anything about it. Lena continues to pretend to be Esther as authorities arrive. Lena is taken in by Dr. Seeger as she is prepared to be put into an adoption home, still believing she is sweet little Esther. Lena then appears to give a little smile to the camera before dropping it into a menacing scowl. If you like the video, don't forget to like and share. Thank you.